Patterning. This technique involves use of the consciousness to achieve desired objectives in the physical, emotional, or intellectual sphere. It involves concentration on the desired objective while in a focus 12 state, extension of the individual's perception of that objective into the whole expanded consciousness, and its projection into the universe with the intention that the desired objective is already a matter of established achievement which is destined to be realized within the time frame specified. This particular methodology is based on the belief that the thought patterns generated by our consciousness in a state of expanded awareness create holograms which represent the situation we desire to bring about and, in so doing, establish the basis for actual realization of that goal. Once the thought-generated hologram of the sought-after objective is established in the universe, it becomes an aspect of reality which interacts with the universal hologram to bring about the desired objective which might not, under other circumstances, ever occur. In other words, the technique of patterning recognizes the fact that since consciousness is the source of all reality, our thoughts have the power to influence the development of reality in time-space as it applies to us if those thoughts can be projected with adequate intensity. However, the more complicated the objective sought and the more radically it departs from our current reality, the more time the universal hologram will need to reorient our reality sphere to accommodate our desires. Monroe trainers caution against attempting to force the pace of this process because the individual could succeed in dislocating his existing reality with drastic consequences. As the coherent resonance produced by the human heart in a state of profound relaxation reaches the fluid layer surrounding the brain, it sets up a rhythmic pattern in which the brain moves up and down approximately 0.005 to 0.010 millimeters in a continuous pattern. The self-reinforcing character of resonant behavior accounts for the body's ability to sustain this movement despite the minimal level of energy involved. In this way, the entire body, based on its own micromotion, functions as a tuned vibrational system which transfers energy in a range of between 6.8 and 7.5 Hz into the Earth's ionospheric cavity, which itself resonates at about 7 to 7.5 Hz. Of this process, Bentov states, this is occurring at a very long wavelength of about 40,000 kin, or just about the perimeter of the planet. In other words, the signal from the movement of our bodies will travel around the world in about 1/7 of a second through the electrostatic field in which we are embedded. Such a long wavelength knows no obstacles, and its strength does not attenuate much over large distances. Naturally, it will go through just about anything: metal, concrete, water, and the fields making up our bodies. It is the ideal medium for conveying a telepathic signal. Consequently, the gateway process is designed to rather rapidly induce a state of profound calm within the nervous system and to significantly lower blood pressure to cause the circulatory system, skeleton and all other physical organ systems to begin vibrating coherently at approximately 7 to 7.5 cycles per second. The resulting resonance sets up a regular, repetitive sound wave which propagates in consonance with the electrostatic field of the Earth. This is what the elite, some would call the Illuminati, know, and it is the motive that ties most conspiracies together. It is why they control the entertainment industry to make giant spectacles, why they do massive false flag tragedies, because they harness all of that attention and energy to manifest their desired goals. This is why mass meditations around the world are crucial, and if any of the brighter types here remember those advertised here on Reddit around 2012 and later, help thrust our dimension literally in a different direction. In fact, the war, from the elite's perspective, has always been about their souls and attention and life force. Where attention goes, energy flows is an old, more primitive saying that is aware of this. This is also what mushrooms do. Mushrooms alter your brain chemistry in a way having to do with identity, and as a cascading effect, thrusting you into a higher state of awareness. What I suspect is that focus 12 state, but in steroids, ultimately allowing you to affect your own reality in a profound way. Edit. Forgot to mention that where this gets less pretty is how the different types of consciousnesses even affect this overall. Not all humans are conscious souls. Some are scripted, barely sentient, NPCs, some humans have effectively animal souls, and some are totally conscious. You get what you pay for in a sense, as that is why the masses, largely empty-headed and lacking a philosophical and moral compass, affect our reality, but only as a mass. Inversely, powerful consciousness can be formidable in small number, and even overpower the masses when organized, as evidenced by the elite. The document is from their archives pertaining to the gateway process examined under the CIA's Project Stargate, unrelated to the film, in which they attempted to use what is known as remote viewing to visualize targets remotely using telepathy, or a form of ESP, extrasensory perception, and determine if it could be utilized to gather intelligence reliably and successfully. The project was ultimately shut down, or possibly relocated to another classified operation, with limited success. I should note, the overall success of the project was limited. However, there were certain individuals who had an unusually high success rate in describing targets accurately, Ingo Swann being one such individual. Okay, so, The ETs put in an implant in your eyes that alter the light, especially when under the influence of drugs or sleep deprivation. The ETs can read minds to a point, so when he refers to the holograms that represent the situation you desire to bring about, form of Luciferianism, law of attraction, why aliens think they are demons, he is referring to the images that the implant will overlay to the eyes and that the holograms the ETs project using their technology. So mind reading plus holograms plus drugs equals this paper. Explains MKUltra with this tech and high doses of LSD. Holy shit, this is fantastic information. They have been researching this psyop they ran on me for decades. Magic eyes only. I already killed the devil, I came for the gods.